Make sure she never married. Make sure she fornicate till she die. Make sure he fornicate till he die. That spirit is against your marriage. It's a spirit of disgrace. Let me straight to us here. Do you know what it means to marry? And have children.
Viewers, welcome once again. In our last meeting, we looked at angle properties and we were under parallel lines. So I gave this assignment for you to go and try your hands on. Today we are coming to solve this assignment, then we proceed to the next stage. Right. Now looking at this assignment, we have the first question, that's question 1. Find the value of the letters in the diagram below. So we have this diagram as you can see on the board. So we are going to solve this very question, question 1, then we solve question 2, and then question 3. Then we proceed to the next level. Okay. So to solve question 1, let me take off question 2. Since you have these questions already, okay, so with the question 1, we have here given us 20 degrees. Here is C. Now, in our last meeting, we look at the properties of these parallel lines. We talk about vertical opposite angles. We talk about alternate angles. We talk about co-interior angles. Fine. And then the last one was the size, where parallel lines, 2 or more parallel lines, cut across 2 transversals. All right. So with this, we have 20 degrees here. We have our C here. Now, when you look at this very critically, you are given only one figure. So let's use this 20 degrees to find the rest. And in this case, you can see that when you look at 20 degrees, when you look at this, forget about this one. Take only this. You can see there is something like X shape. If you take this line, M, N, and that of J, Q, you can see something like X shape. Forget about this line. You will see something like X shape. Now, whenever you have 2 parallel lines or transversals cut across or crossing each other to form an X shape, they have opposite angles that are equal. We call it vertical opposite angles, right? So here we can see that this 20 degrees, which is what? Angle JOM. You can say let the center or let the vectors be what? O. So let the vertices equal to O, because the question didn't specify this particular point, so you have to represent it with what? If you are representing with a variable, you have to indicate it in your solution. Angle, we describe this as what? JOM. JOM equal to 20 degrees. So it says that this and this are vertical opposites. So angle this C, we describe it as what? NOQ. NOQ equal to angle JOM, because they are vertical opposite angles. So this implies angle where angle NOQ is equal to C. So this implies C equal to what? 20 degrees. So C is 20 degrees. Now let's work. Now we know C. As we know C, indirectly we can know. Once we know C, indirectly we can know G. We can say that angle C equal to angle G because here angle C is equal to angle G. When angles are the parallel line being cut by the transversal, we describe these angles as what? Corresponding angles. Corresponding angles are below or above the parallel lines that have been cut or crossed the transversal. All right. So because they are corresponding, so this implies angle equal to 30 degrees. We know angle. Then also we equally know angle. We know C. We know G. We can equally know angle E. And once we know angle E, we can know angle A. We know A, we know B. Once we know D, we know the same E. So let's work for. Now we know angle G. They are corresponding angles. Now let's work for angle E. There is a relationship between angle C and angle E. Why? Because they have been enclosed. When two parallel lines form an angle, when two parallel lines form an angle within them, which has been crossed by a transversal, the angles within the interior or the angles within the two parallel lines, we say they add up to what? Or they form supplementary, meaning they add up to 180 degrees. So we can say that angle C plus angle G equal to 180 degrees. Then you write the reason. Because they are supplementary or they are co-interior. Angle C. Because they are co-interior angles. We know C already as 20. Sorry, it should be E, not G. This and this. E. Good. So this implies 20 plus angle E equal to 180 degrees. So angle E equal to 180 minus 20 degrees. And this gives us 60 degrees. So angle E is what? 160 degrees. Now that we know angle E, we can equally know angle A. Angle E and A, what is the relationship? A is on top of the parallel line. E is also on top of the parallel line. So they form what? And they have been cut across by the transversal. So we call them corresponding angles. Corresponding angles can be on top of the parallel lines or beneath the parallel lines, right? So we can say that. Okay, let me clean this side. Angle E equal to angle A because they are corresponding angles. You have to write the reason. Because they are corresponding angles. Good. So we know E to be 160. So this implies angle A is equal to what? 160 degrees. Now that we know angle A, now we know A, we know C, we know E, we know G. As we know A, we know what? B. Because angle A and B, they are what? Vertical opposite angles. So angle A is equal to angle B. because they are vertical opposite angles. So we have to write a reason. So this implies angle B equal to what? 160 degrees. Now that we know angle B, now there is another relationship between angle E and angle F. And that relationship is what? They are also vertical opposite angles. So we can also say that angle E equal to angle F because they are vertical opposite angles. So you have to write a reason, please. So this implies angle F equal to what? Our angle E is what? 160 degrees. Now that we know angle F, now we can equally know angle D because G and D have something in common. And even D and this 20 degrees, they also have something in common. D and 20 degrees, they are corresponding. G and D, they are also at vertical opposite, so they must be equal. So D must be 20. This and this, they are equal. This and this, they are corresponding angles. However, the same D and G are also what? Vertical opposites. So the D and G must be 20. G must be 20, since this one is 20 degrees. And also G and 20 degrees, they are also alternating. Okay. What then is G? Then G must be 20, right? So let's find out. Yes, good. And the G is what? 20 degrees. So here we can say angle D should be equal to angle G because they are vertical opposite angles. So this implies angle D is equal to what? 20 degrees. Now you draw your conclusion. Please, now you draw your conclusion. So I can clean this one. So you can say that, therefore, the value of the letters are A equal to what? 160 degrees. B equal to, or let's make it this way. A equal to 160 degrees. B equal to what? 160 degrees. C equal to 20 degrees. D equal to okay, 20 degrees. E equal to E 160 degrees. Yeah, I can see E here. F equal to F 160 degrees. G equal to, and I think G is the last. And G equal to 20 degrees. So this is the solution to question 1. So we'll be looking at question 2. This is the solution to question 1. We'll be looking at question 2. So question 1 is all about knowing the properties of the parallel lines, as we did in our previous lesson. So look at question 2. Okay. So I believe I can now claim this one. Then we move to question 2. Okay, so let's move to question 2. So with question 2, I have 3 parallel lines. I have something like this. Yeah, these are the 3 parallel lines. I have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. Okay. So here I have 50 kg. That's 50 kilograms. 10 kilograms. Here is X. And here is 3,000 meters. So you have to find the value of X in the diagram. So here, what do we know? We said earlier that when two or more parallel lines are crossed by transversal lines, they cut each other, or 2 or more parallel lines cut each other at what? The same ratio in our previous lesson. So here, when you look at these parallel lines, this very transversal line is this one from C to E is a fraction of the whole line. It's a fraction of what? Gene H. Then from A to C is also a fraction of what? The whole gene H. So we say a fraction of this is to a fraction of this must be equal to the fraction of this to the fraction of this. Meaning when you take the fraction of this very line, one of the transversal lines, if you take the ratio of their fractions, if you take the ratio of the fractions of the one of the transversal lines, it must be equal to the ratio of the fractions of the other transversal lines. That's the only thing. That's what we mean here. So in that case, we can say that line AC is to line DE equal to this one. Line BD is to line DF, where line AC equal to, so line AC is what? 10 kilo. Line CE equal to 50 kilograms. Line D equal to 3,000 meters. Line DF this size 50 kilograms is to 10 kilograms. 3,000 meters is to 1,000 is what? 3 kilograms. You have to be in this. In our last about that when equating equating all the units, all the distance, the values are in the same in a centimeter to meter, so that they are in the same unit. So here, this implies 50 by 10 equals 3 over x. So we cross multiply. It means x 50 multiplied by x 50 equal to this time 3 times 10, 30. Divide here by 50, divide here by 50. So x is what? 3 over 5. And 3 over 5, it will give you a sec. 0.6 kg. 3 divided by 5, it will be 0.6. Divided 5 into 30 is what? 6. 0. Point. So therefore, the value of x is 0.6 kilograms. The value of x is 0.6 kilogram. So let's copy this one too. Then we move to the next question, which is question 3. Okay, so let's look at question 3. That's the last question under the assignment. So with the last question, it says find the value of the letters in the diagram below. So we have this diagram. We have this diagram and this. Then we have something like this. We have A, B, C, D, M, M, N. So we have here 130 degrees, X degree. We have here Z. We have here M. We have here 40 degrees. Now, when solving something like a question like this, I think I solved a question on this like this in our last lesson. And I said that when you're solving a question like this, first you have to draw a broken line. Draw a broken line here. And then name this one Z1, Z2. So you say let Z equal to Z1 plus Z2. Now let's find, before we move to Z1, Z2, we need to know the value of X. Then to get us to know Z1. We know that X plus 130 degrees or X angle N, you can make here O. Angle NOM plus angle NOD. This angle plus this angle, they are supplementary because they are on a straight line. Angles on a straight line are supplementary. Okay. So angle NOM plus angle NOD should be equal to 180 degrees. Angle NOM equal to N equal to X, and then angle NOD equal to 130 degrees. So this implies 130 plus X equal to 180 degrees. So X equal to 180 degrees minus 130 degrees. This gives you 50 degrees. So now that we know X at 50 degrees, we can equally know Z1. Because Z1 and this one, they are alternating. So we can say that angle X equal to Z1 because they are alternate angles. Because they are alternate angles. So this implies Z1 is equal to what? 50 degrees. Then we move on to Z2. angle Z2 is equal to angle NCB because they are alternate angles, where angle NCB equal to what? 40 degrees. This angle, they are alternating. They are alternate. So this implies angle Z2 equal to 40 degrees. But Z1 plus Z2 equal to Z. So this implies 50 degrees plus 40 degrees equal to what? Z. So Z equal to 90 degrees. So now that we know Z to be 90 degrees, we know X. Now let's wait for M. Angle M and then the angle ABN, that is this angle, and angle NBC. This and this, they are supplementary because they are angles on a straight line. So they add up to 180 degrees. So we can now say that angle ABN NBC equal to 180 degrees because they are supplementary angles. Where angle, so I say what? Angle ABN plus angle NBC equal to 180 degrees because they are supplementary angles. Where angle ABN equal to M and angle NBC equal to 40 degrees. So let's clean this diagram. So this implies 40 degrees plus M equal to 180 degrees. So M equal to 180 minus 40 degrees, which will give us 140 degrees. So therefore, the value of the letters are so first of all we deal with what? M equal to 140 degrees. M equal to 140 degrees. X equal to what? So X equal to 50 degrees and Z equal to 90 degrees. So these are the solutions to their questions. Now we'll be moving to triangle. So copy the questions. Okay, so let's continue to our main subtopic for the day. Viewers, please subscribe. Click on subscribe. Click on like. Add your comments. You click on add comment. Then you can comment under the video. Kindly do that for me. Click on subscribe. And then when you click on subscribe, it will change from red to white. Then the bell beside the subscribe. Click on it so that you can be getting notifications on any of my videos. Thank you for doing that. Okay, so today we'll be looking at our main topic for today, the subtopic, and we know we have properties of angles or angle properties. And angle properties, we have the properties regarding parallel lines, which we have done in our last meeting. So today we'll be looking at the second properties, or the properties for the second figures, or the second shape or plane figure, which is, we have two. So we have two. Triangle. So we're looking at triangle. We'll be looking at triangle. Okay, viewers. So we are looking at triangle. So the first question is, what is a triangle? A triangle is a plane figure with three straight sides and angles. So it's a plane figure with three straight sides and angles. This is what our first definition of a triangle. A triangle can also be a figure or a shape with three dimensions or three straight sides and vertices. So these are the various definitions of a triangle. So a triangle is a plane figure or shape with three straight sides three straight sides and angles, or it is a shape with three dimensions or sides and vertices. So this is an example of a triangle. If I have something like this is a triangle A, B, C. It has three straight sides, and these are the sizes. These are the sizes or dimensions, and these are the angles. You know, angles are formed at where two or more straight lines meet at a vertex or at a point called vertex. An angle is formed. So this is an angle because two straight lines meet. This is another angle. This is another angle. So it has three straight sides and three angles. That's what we say triangle. Tri means three. So it's triangle, meaning three angles. And then three dimensions or three straight sides. Alright, so let's look at types of triangles. We have three main types of triangles. We're looking at the first one. We have what we call equilateral triangle. Please, this is the symbol for triangle. When I use something like, you know that I'm referring to triangle. We have equilateral triangle. It is a type of triangle with what? Three equal sides and angles. Three equal sides and angles. All the sides are equal, and all the angles are also what? Equal. So it has three equal rays and three equal angles. Example. So all the angles are equal and all the sizes are equal. Therefore, each angle, and let's take note. Okay, before that, let's take note. The interior angles within These are the interior, and the angles that are inside, they are the interior, meaning within. Outside means exterior. So the interior angles or angles formed within a triangle sum up to 180 degrees. When you add all, you should get 180 degrees. If you want us to try, you just take your pair of compass, take a rule, pencil, draw any triangle, any size at all. Just draw any triangle. When you finish drawing it, place your this thing, protractor. Take your protractor, place here to be 0, place a 0 here, measure from 0 to this particular length. Record whatever you have gotten down. Place the protractor here. You can make here 0, measure from the 0 to the next length. Record whatever you have gotten. Place your protractor here too. Let here be 0, measure from 0 to the next length. Record whatever you have gotten. Add all your three values. You end up getting 180 degrees. It is not by magic or any abstract. It is real. So you can practice it yourself. All right. So now, when you have this triangle, this is a what? Equilateral triangle. With equilateral triangle, all the sizes are what? Equal. All the angles are also equal. That's why we say equilateral. So here, let's say if here is A, B, C. It means, let's say this is X, Y, Z. It means angle X is equal to angle Y degree equal to angle Z. That is what it means. Now, if all the sizes are equal, and if we add them, we'll get 180. Then it means if you want to get each angle, just divide 180 by what? 3. So that's how come by each angle for equilateral triangle is what? 60 degrees. So it means if you are dividing 180 by 3, you get 60 degrees. So each angle is equal to what? 60 degrees. For that's any equilateral triangle. Once it's an equilateral triangle, 3 angles, so that's 80 by get answer for each angle. Simple. Okay. So that is what? Equilateral triangle. All the sizes are equal. So if here is K centimeters, here is M centimeters, N centimeters, or L centimeters. It means that K centimeters should be equal to L centimeters equal to M centimeters. All the sizes are equal, all angles are equal. There is a property of okay, that one is beyond this level. You know, this topic, plane geometry, it extends beyond senior high school. It extends beyond basic school and then senior high school. When you're going to write, most of the universities in the foreign countries or abroad, they mostly deal with, they have something we call GMAT. That's Graduate Mass Assessment Test. That is an entrance exam that they use for assessing their graduates who want to gain admission to those universities in the US, UK, and other stuff, and other universities. So in a GMAT, they ask, this plane geometry is very, very essential. You need to have knowledge in algebra. You need to have knowledge in plane geometry. So this topic is that WASSCE. So let's take it serious. It goes beyond WASSCE and that of the BECE. All right. And then we have another one called GRE. That's General Records Examination. They are all for graduates. Entrance exam for graduates. Thanks. Okay. So this is what? Equilateral triangle. So let's look at the next one. So equilateral triangle, all the sizes are equal and all angles are what? Equal. So, and the angles should be 60 degrees each. You can't have equilateral triangle more than 60 degrees or less than 60 degrees. Since the total, the sum of the interior angles of a triangle is what? 180. It means 180 divided by 3, each should be what, 60 degrees for equilateral triangle. So meaning all are equal. Okay, so let's look at isosceles triangle. Isosceles triangle. Let's look at isosceles triangle. Isosceles, yes. Isosceles triangle. It is the type of triangle with two angles and sides equal. Two angles and sides, or two angles and rays equal. Two angles are equal, the two rays are also what? Equal. That's isosceles triangle. So example, when I have this, and I have A, B, C, I mark here. What it means is that this line CA or line AC, this particular line, the angle it makes with the horizontal line, the angle, take note, the angle it makes with the horizontal line is what? Let's say if here is X degree, is equal to the angle the other line makes with the same horizontal line. So this one must be what? X degrees. Maybe this is Y. So two angles must be equal. So if here is K centimeters, here too must be what? K centimeters. So let's take note. If I draw something like this, and I mark here and mark here, take note. The angle this line makes with this horizontal line, must be equal to the angle this line also makes with this horizontal line. So if here is 30 degrees, here too must be equal to 30. Don't say this 30 must be equal to this. No. This and this cannot be equal. Let's take note. Okay. So two angles must be equal. Two sides must also be what? Equal. That's for isosceles triangle. Then let's look at the last one. Scaling triangle. It is a type of triangle with different angles, different sizes, unequal angles and sizes. All the angles and sizes are what? Are not equal. They are not the same. They are different. So for scaling triangle, I can have something like this. A, B, C. So if here is X, Y, Z, they are never equal. So X is not equal to Z, not equal to Y. So the sizes are not equal. Let's take note of that. For scaling triangle, different sizes and what? Angles. Or it's a type of triangle with unequal angles and what? Size or rays. So the rays are not the same, the angles are not the same. But if you are dealing with isosceles, two angles must be equal, two sides or rays must also be what? Equal. But with equilateral triangle, all the sides are equal, all angles are also equal, as we learn in our basic school. Okay, so these are just the types of triangles. So we'll be looking at the properties of triangles. What are the rules governing triangle? What are the rules, the properties? All right. So let's write this thing down. Then we move to the next step. Okay. So please click on subscribe, click on like, click on the bell beside the subscribe, and then click on add comment to add your comment. All right. When you click on subscribe, you can have access to all my videos from the beginning of this topic to this level or this stage, to this very stage. Okay, so let's look at properties or rules of triangle. So we've just finished with types of triangle. Let's look at properties or rules of triangle. We are looking at when solving questions with regards to triangle. What are the various rules? When we are dealing with angles within the triangle or inside the triangle, what are the various rules or various properties or features that we must look at in solving questions regarding to this? Okay, so the first rule is that the interior angles of a triangle sum up to 180 degrees. Since I even said this in my presentation. So rule 1, the sum of interior angles of a triangle sum up to 180 degrees. So e.g., when I have a triangle this way, all the interior angles, let's say x, y, z. So angle x plus angle y plus angle z must give me 180 degrees. Okay, so let's look at our first example. I have an example here. Find angle L and M in the triangle below. So I have something like this. L, M, N. 29 degrees, 34 degrees. So that is the figure. So you have to find angle L and M. You have been given angle NLM and then NML. So to solve this, angle LMN is equal to LMN 34 degrees. Angle NLM equal to 29 degrees. Let angle this one LNM be equal to x. So this implies that angle LMN plus angle NLM plus angle LNM equal to 180 degrees. This implies 34 degrees plus 29 plus x equals 180 degrees. So 34 plus 29, it gives you 63 degrees plus equal to 180 degrees. X equals 180 minus 63. So x what? So 163, it will give you 117, 117 degrees. So therefore, angle LNM equal to 117 degrees. So we are done with that angle. LNM is what? 100. Because the rule says that the sum of interior angles of a triangle is what? The sum of interior angles of a triangle sum up to, oh sorry, it should be equals to or equal, please, it should be equals 180 degrees. Good. So let's copy this. Then we move to the next practical question with regards to this. When given a practical question, how do they bring the question? Sometimes the question may be given to you in words, and then you are asked to draw. You have to draw the diagram. After that, you solve it. So let's look at how these type of questions are given. All right. So okay, I believe you are finished writing it. So let's move on. Let me clean this side. That's example 2. In a triangle, in a triangle, angle ABC equal to 45 degrees. Angle BAC equal to 70 degrees. Find angle ACB. So in a triangle, angle ABC equals 45 degrees. Angle BAC equals 70. Find angle ACB. So to solve this, first of all, we need to draw the triangle. So you have to draw the triangle, something like this. So you label it ABC. So they say angle ABC. ABC is what? 45. The angle is the one in the middle. That's what they are referring to. And angle BAC, BAC, 70 degrees. Find angle ACB, ACB. So you have to find this one. So you can say let angle ACB equal to X. Okay. Well, but so you can now say angle ABC plus angle BAC plus angle ACB equal to 180 degrees. This implies 45 degree plus 70 degree plus X equal to 180. So 45 plus 70 will give you 115. 115 degree plus X equal to 180. So X equal to 180 minus 115. This gives you, so 180 degrees minus 115, it will give you 65 degrees. 65 degrees. So therefore, angle ACB equal to 65 degrees. So that is for the first rule or the first property. So let's write this thing down. Then we move to the next property. Please, let's write it down. with the property. The second is that exterior angle of angle equals the sum of the opposite interior angle, or exterior angle triangle equals the sum of the remote angles. Opposite interior angles are the same as for the remote. So it says that the of exterior angle equals the sum of the two opposite angles, or the exterior angle equals the sum of the remote angles. So when I take something like this, let's say this, if I have here as x, y, z, and let's say here is k. K is the exterior angle. So this one is the opposite interior angles. Into bracket, remote angles. So the opposite interior angles is the same as the remote angles. This angle here is facing these two. So that these two becomes the opposite of this. And then this becomes our exterior angle outside. Exterior means outside or external. So this is the exterior. These two are the opposite. Because these two are facing this. I take note that K and Z they also form supplementary because they are angles on a straight line. Good. So let's take a question and solve. So this one, the K, these two angles are facing the K. So they are the opposite. They are the opposite interior angles or the remote angles. So let's take a question. Example 1. The above diagram. So find the value of the letters in the above diagram. So this is a diagram. I think I can clean this one. So to solve this, first of all, Before you can solve this question, we know that if you take this one particular angle, that's angle BDE, this angle, the remote angles are what? The one facing them, that's angle Y and angle Z. They are the remote angle. When you take this angle to CBD, the 110, the remote angles will be what? Angle Y. So it means if you add X and Y, you should get 110. Here too, if you add Y and Z, you should get 110. Take note of this. X and Y, if you get 120. Good. So the law is saying that angle Y plus angle Z should give you 120. Also, angle X plus angle Y should give you 110 degrees. X, Y, Y, Z. So this one you cannot solve it simultaneously. No. What do you do then? You need to find angle Z and angle X. And I said earlier that if you take angle Z and this, they are what? This angle and this angle. They are angles on a straight line. So we say they are supplementary. So it means that angle Z will be, how do we describe ABD? ABD plus angle DBC should give you 180 degrees because they are supplementary. So you add it because they are supplementary. Where angle ABD equal to what? ABD Z. Sorry. Z. Angle DBC. DBC. That's 110. So this implies Z plus 110, angle Z plus 110 equal to 180 degrees. So Z equal to, angle Z equal to 180 minus 110. And this gives us 70 degrees. Good. Now that we know Z to be 70 degrees, Z is 70 degrees. Indirectly, we can know Y. Y plus Z give you 120. So this implies Y plus 70 degrees will give you 120 degrees. So you can name this equation 1, name this equation 2. So you can say that here, when you come here, from equation 1, it implies Y plus 70 degrees equal to 120. So Y is equal to 120 minus 70. This gives you what? 50 degrees. So now that we know Y, we can equally know X in equation 2. So you can now say from equation 2, X plus Y. So it means it implies X plus Y, and Y is what? 50. X plus 50 equal to 110. So X equal to 110 minus 50. So X equal to what? 70 degrees. We are done. We finished. So now answer is what? X is equal to 70 degrees. Y equal to 50 degrees. And then Z equal to what? 70 degrees. So we are finished. Please copy what is on the board. Then we conclude. So you can say, therefore, the value of the letters are X equal to what? 70 degrees, Y equal to 50 degrees, and Z equal to 70 degrees. So this is the second rule. This is the second rule. We'll be looking at the third, so please copy what's on the board. We'll be looking at the third rule. We'll be looking at the third rule. Look at the third rule. The third is called the inequality rule or the inequality theory. The third rule states that the length sum of the length of any side, any two sides of a triangle must be greater than the third side. So that's the third rule. Sum of the length of any two sides of a triangle must be greater than what? The third side, the length of the third side. Good. So when you have a triangle this way, when I have something like this, no matter the type, whether scalene triangle, equilateral triangle, or isosceles triangle, the rule is that two sides, that if you add the sum of the two sides, it must be greater than the third side. That's what we meant here. So when I have here if here is x centimeters, if here is y centimeters, if here is z centimeters, the rule is saying that the sum of any two sides, if I'm adding x centimeters plus z centimeters, it must be greater than the third side, which is y centimeters. If I'm also adding x centimeters plus y centimeters, it must be greater than z centimeters. If I'm also adding y centimeters plus z centimeters, it must be greater than what? X centimeters. So the sum of the length of any two sides should be greater than what? The length of the third side. Or must be greater than the length of the third. So this is another rule here. So let's take an example and then we solve. Let's write what is on the board. Then we move to the next example. Find the value of x in the diagram below. So we have something like this. A, B, C. Maybe I have here 10 centimeters. Let me see. 6 centimeters. 6 centimeters, 10 centimeters, x centimeter, x. So when solving this, the rule states that the sum of the length of any two sides of a triangle must be greater than what? The length of the third side. So here it means angle, sorry, not angle, length. Line AC plus line AC plus line BC is greater than line AB, or the length of AB. So where line AC is what? 6 centimeters. Line BC is 10 centimeters. Line AB is X. So after solving this, we'll be looking at a practical question or word problem. Questions in a word problem. So let's move on. So it means this implies 6 plus 10 plus 6 plus 10 must be greater than what? X. So 6 plus 10 will give you 16 greater than X. Well. Yeah. So please, solving this, make the unknown come to one side. Make the unknown come, add the known with the, then you get the other known, the other third side. So please, let's go back to this and make the correction. So let's make here, and then let's make here AB. Let's make here. All right, thank you. Here it will be AC, which is 6 centimeters, plus, make the one known, this is the known, this is unknown, this is known, plus X greater than what? 10 centimeters. So we now say X greater than, this one will cross become what? Negative. 10 minus 6. X, 10 minus 6 is what? 4 centimeters. Okay. So what it means is that, so therefore the value of X greater than what? 4 centimeters. The value is X greater than, or you can just say therefore X 4 centimeters. What is that? X is a, that's 4. It means any number more than 4 can be 4. Let's say that what the it means 6 plus 5, 11 more than 12, more than, so any to be that. Okay, let's then I'll give us. like this question. The sizes of a triangle are 10 centimeters, 10 centimeters, and 8 centimeters respectively. Find the size of the third side. Size of the third side. So the sizes of a triangle are 10 centimeters and 8 centimeters respectively. Find the size of the third side. To solve this, you need to draw a triangle. So we have a triangle this way. A, B, C. They say one of the sides is what? 10 centimeters. So you can make here 10 centimeters, 8 centimeters. Here, X. So let A, C, 10 centimeters. B, centimeters. What? X. You have to represent. It didn't give you A, B, C. So AC plus BC. Calculate when you are adding the sum. Make the known equal to the known. The other known. The one given plus the one not given equal to the other one given. So equal to. Alright, let's make here AB plus BC equal to AC. So this implies AB is what? X plus 8 centimeters. Sorry, not equal than, greater than, because the sum of two sizes must be greater than what? The third side. Greater than 10 centimeters. So X greater than 10 centimeters minus 8 centimeters. So X greater than what? 2 centimeters. That will be the answer. Therefore, X greater than 2 centimeters. So it means X can be any number but not 2. X can be 3. X is the number more than 2. Meaning X can be 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. So it means here when we 8 plus 3 will give you 8 is more, but 8 is 10. So 8 is more than 10 in that order. Beloveds, this is the end of the now give you try on them. So we have on the, for now. We have on the click on subscribe, click on like, click on the bell beside the and then you can add comment video lesson. Thank you for doing that. And or if issue that you contact me directly, I'll leave my number on the board. You can contact me for private, or you want to help you in a topic, you can contact me. I help you in that topic. Then I charge you with small amount, with a token. You pay whatever you are. Your distance is not a barrier. Subjects such as English language, mathematics, core maths, elective maths, social studies, and then the elective subjects: economics, financial accounting, business management, principles of course accounting. Yes, any of these subjects, you give me a call, or you chat me on WhatsApp, or you email me. I'll be in touch with you. This is Sika Education Research, Publishing and Consultancy. I also sell books as well. I write books as well. So if you need any of my books, you contact me as well. All right, so let me give you my details. Before I give out the assignment, I'll write my details. So these are my details. This is my contact or WhatsApp. This number is on WhatsApp 0555 or 0555292995. You can I'm also on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, and my Facebook account is Sika Besa. When you search for this name on Facebook, you'll get me all right. And on my Instagram, you search for the same name at Sika Besa. And on my email, you search for Sika Besa Funyefia, Funyefia at gmail.com. So these are my details that you can reach out to me. All right, so let's move to the assignment. If I'm moving fast, you only need to pause. You click on the video, that's it will pause. Then you write whatever you want to do, and you click, then it will continue. These are the procedures. This is how we learn on YouTube or online. That's why I move faster. All right. I think I can clean this. You only click on pause, write it, and then finish. You continue. So let's look at the assignment. So this is the assignment. Find the value of the letters in the diagram below. So I have this diagram. A, B, C, D, E. I have here as Z. I have here as X. I have here as 35 degrees. I have here as Y. I have here as 110 degrees. Second question. The sizes of a triangle are centimeters and 15 centimeters respectively. Find the size of the third side. I'll give you, I will, so 3. So the sizes of a triangle are 12 centimeters and 15 centimeters respectively. Full stop. Find the size of the third side. 3. In a triangle, you put semicolon. Angle LMN is 34 degrees and angle MLN is 56 degrees. A. Find the size of angle LNM